The only reason why our people are held down is because our cities are underfunded. There are places in the city the police officers won't even go to. The schools, our brothers can't.
Now,
Hold on,
why did God allow it though? That's the point. Why did God allow it? Because you got to think, this only happened to a specific people.
Right.
It didn't happen to everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So why did it happen to us specifically? That's the
We're going
question.
to be overtaken.
Yeah, we're going to be overtaken. Here you go! Because remember, listen, remember he said he will set us on high above all nations.
If we did his law, which didn't happen.
It didn't happen. That's why we at the bottom of society. Really? Who they say they are?
We the chosen.
That's right. There you go. All praises to the Most High. See, I could have just told you that, but I wanted you to connect the dots.
That's why I wanted you to come back.
I want you to figure it out on your own.
I couldn't do without you, bro. I never knew our people were attacked biblically. Right. And you said, well, where do you go to when you want to buy drugs and prostitutes or, you know, where's the most crime at? And it was the inner city. Right. And you said, where those inner city still with? And I said, it's us. Right. But my follow-up question is, actually, even though that's crime, the people that commit the most crime are the politicians.
Right,
it's the
that's
people
true.
in suits. Because the only reason why our people are held down is because our cities are underfunded. There are places in the city the police officers won't even go to. The schools, our brothers can't even, hold on, let me finish, I'm preaching right now. Our brothers can't even get an education because of how low funded their area is. When they took the father out of the home due to fallacious charges, charges that white men were getting away with and not even being persecuted for, that's what destroyed our community.
Now let me ask you, why did God allow it though? That's the point. Why did God allow it? Because you got to think, this only happened to a specific people. It didn't happen to everybody, right? You understand what I'm saying? So why did it happen to us specifically? That's the question. You understand? And yeah, you know, it's all of these things, right? And we're going to show you. All of these things, the odds are stacked against us, but it's like this for a reason. It's not a coincidence. And that's what we're trying to show you. Give me that in Amos 3. Because you said the real criminals, the politicians and stuff, right? I get that. Because they'll lock a brother up for running a criminal enterprise, right? But they do the same thing globally. They do the same thing globally. I get it. Now, but watch this. Read.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Who are we talking to once again? The children of Israel, right? Read.
You only have I known.
Now, remember it said the children of Israel was going to be cursed in the sea. That's right. Meaning in the worst condition. That's right. But hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Wait, just let them, we're going to deal. Now, think with that in mind, right? The people that proclaim to be Israel today, are they in the worst conditions? Yes or no? In St. Luke, no. They in the best conditions, right? You see what I'm saying? So now you gotta think, okay, I've been told one thing, right? But now the Bible being read and something ain't adding up. That's right. You see what I'm saying? Because the Bible said the children of Israel will be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. That's right. Were they ever picking cotton? No. Were they ever picking tobacco? They funded the slave ships. That's right. You see what I'm saying?
So doesn't that go against that?
So exactly. Bring it out. It's a contradiction there. Right. So now you got a question. Are these people really who they say they are?
So we the chosen.
That's right. There you go. All praises to the Most High. See, I could have just told you that, but I wanted you to connect the dots.
That's why I wanted you to come back. Now
I want you to figure it out on your own.
I couldn't do it without you, brother.
Can he read that back again?
We got you. We talking about what?
The one he said he only chose.
I got you. We got you. Matter of fact, there you go. Verse Amos 3. Read that.
Book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known.
He said, you only, the children of Israel, my people, only know you. Read.
Of all the families of the earth.
All the families, meaning all the races of the earth. Read.
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He said, because I only know you, I will only punish you. Read.
Can two walk?
So, think about it like this, right? God gave Israel laws, right?
That's right.
And he gave them benefits for keeping those laws, and he gave them judgments for not keeping them.
That's right.
That's why he said, I will punish you for your iniquity. So the same way his people are the only ones that's going to get judged for breaking his laws, they're the only people that's going to get rewarded for keeping them. You understand what I'm saying? Who is the kingdom of heaven for?
Bring it out.
For his children,
Who is his children?
the chosen people.
The chosen people.
That's right. Can I get one?
Give me that Revelation 21 and 12. What's up?
Can I get Matthew
Matthew, we get it in a
15,
second.
24?
We got you.
Ezra 30 and 16.
We're going to show you in the book of Revelation who the kingdom is for. You understand what I'm saying? Watch this. Read.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. And at the gates, 12 angels. And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
See that? So the the kingdom of heaven has 12 gates. And on each of those gates are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. So if you're not from one of those tribes, are you getting through that gate? Yes or no?
White folks say Indian, African.
Yes or no? Yes or no? There's no name on that gate. Are you getting through that gate? No, sir. So if you Chinese, are you getting through that gate? No, sir.
Right now, they have us on.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, do y'all have this?
Yeah, we can get it on. It's on there. It's on there. And you can go online and find it. Now,
So yeah, right here.
we got you. We got you. Now we're going to go back to Deuteronomy. Give me verse 15 and then we're going to jump to verse 32. Now we're going to get into some detail, right? Because it's going to all start making more sense. The dots is just going to keep getting connected. You understand? Watch this. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So he said if we don't do his commandments, right? Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said if we don't do his commandments, what's going to happen?
We're going to be overtaken.
Yeah, we're going to be overtaken.
The nations will rise.
There you go! Because remember, listen, remember he said he would set us on high above all nations.
If we did his law, which didn't happen.
It didn't happen. That's why we at the bottom of society.
That's right.
That's why the weakest people on the planet was able to overcome the strongest people on the planet.
I love how you said that too.
Yeah, because our power, remember we read in Isaiah, it said our sins have separated us from God. Our power comes from God. We got disconnected from that power through sin. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the name Israel means, a prince that has power with God.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, give me verse 32. Hold on, my brother. Hold on.
I'm sorry, bro.
You good. Give me verse 32. Now, let me ask you, what were some of the things that was going on in slavery?
Well, for one, they didn't know where to find us. So that's where I feel like the first term Uncle Tom came from. Because it took one of us to sell our people out.
That's not what happened. We're going to deal with that, but that's not what happened. Well, look. Well, what was going on during slavery? On the plantations and things like, what was going on? What type of things was going on? Murder, what else? Lynchings, what else?
Stoning.
What happened with your kids?
Got sold.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. How did they? Right. You see what I'm saying? When they was transporting slaves, what was they doing? They was putting chains on our necks and all our. You understand what I'm saying? We finna read all that in the Bible.
Hey, you ain't did that shit? You ain't playing games. Hold on. Look at this guy. What you doing, man? You subscribed yet? Subscribe right now. Do it.
Give me verse 32. Watch this. Read.
Verse 32.
Listen, check it out. Check it out. Watch
Nobody
this.
else read through that but us.
Watch this. Check this out. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 30.
Listen to the scripture. Read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
See that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So, did this happen to white men?
No.
And women?
No.
Did it happen to Chinese men and women?
No.
No, sir. This only happened to us.
That's right.
And who did God call these people? Israel.
Israel.
Watch this, read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
See that? Our kids was going to get taken from us and we wasn't going to have no power to get them back.
That's right.
That's what the Bible's saying.
Are they doing it
Give me
today?
verse 45. Watch this, read.
Verse 45.
And yes, they still doing it today. Read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee,
It say all of these things going to happen to us. It's going to overtake us. It's going to overcome us, read.
and shall pursue thee,
It's going to pursue you wherever you go. It's going to pursue you. Right? Read.
and overtake thee.
And overtake you. Because guess what? In America, you considered a nigger, right? In Europe, you considered a nigger, right? You understand? In China, you considered a nigger. Right? Read.
Till thou be destroyed.
Until we destroy. And when you look at us today, bro, we the most destroyed people on earth, man. We destroyed in every way, shape, and form you can think of, right? Read.
Because thou hearkenest not,
Why?
thou hearkenest
It's
not,
because we didn't hearken to the voice of God.
Right.
We wanted to do everything but what God said, right? Read.
Right.
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments
Read.
and his statutes which he commanded thee,
Uh-huh.
and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
It say these curses will be upon you for a sign. What does a sign, what's the job of a sign? It's to identify something.
That's right.
A sign identifies something. That sign right there, it identifies what store that is. That sign right there, it identifies what street that is. That sign identifies what interstate that is. A sign identifies something. So it say these curses will be upon you to identify you. You understand what I'm saying? And this doesn't identify with anybody but us. Right? Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Meaning perpetually. It's going to happen over and over again. That's why we were slaves in Egypt. We were slaves in Assyria, Persia, Greece, Rome, Babylon, in the Saudi Arabia and the Arab countries. All throughout Africa, we were slaves. You understand what I'm saying? Arabs still buy and sell us to this day. You understand? And it ain't just them. But watch this, read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
God said, since you don't want to serve me, you going to serve the people that want to be you. That's why they stole our identity. They calling themselves us. They calling themselves us. They want to be us.
And they trespass.
And God said, these are the people you're going to have to serve because you don't want to serve me. All of the nations that envy you, you are going to serve because you don't want to serve me. You understand what I'm saying?
All praise.
Right? Watch this, read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with
Is
joyfulness.
there unrighteousness with God for that? No. Because we made that decision. He gave us the terms and conditions, and we said, all right, we cool with that. It's just like you go to a car dealership, you don't read none of the terms and conditions. You just sign it because you want that car. We ain't heard none of the judgments. You know what I'm saying? We ain't wondering. We was listening. We wasn't hearing it though. We was listening to 28 verse 1 through 14. We was listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Being set on high above the nations, blessed coming in, blessed coming out. You understand? Him blessing our fields and things like that, right? Us. You understand? That's what we heard. All of the curses, we ain't paying no attention to that.
Right.
You understand? Watch this. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart.
And we gotta think, God, our thoughts ain't his thoughts. God is always on the spiritual level of thinking. This flesh is corruptible. You understand? This flesh it dies. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us, we think in the flesh. So we think like, oh, why would God do that and this, that, and the third? We can't think like him.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? This flesh right here, we gotta start thinking more spiritually. Then we can start to understand, you understand somewhat of what God, okay. And then, because at the end of the day, God can do what the hell he want to do. He created us. We are his creation. The creation can't tell the creator anything. You understand what I'm saying? Watch this, read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
We got to serve our enemies in hunger.
What scripture you got? Still in Deuteronomy?
Yeah, we at 48.
48, yeah.
It say therefore, it say because you don't want to serve me, therefore, read verse 47 again, read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
It say because we serve not God, read.
With joyfulness and gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Read.
Therefore,
because we didn't serve God, what's going to happen?
shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Your what?
Your enemies.
Your what?
Enemies.
God said you're going to serve your enemies. Remember that word, enemies. He said you're going to serve your enemies and what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent them against us as a punishment.
What?
For breaking his laws, for breaking his covenant. We made a blood in, blood out covenant with God, and now we mad that he holding up his end of the bargain.
You know?
You understand what I'm saying? We ain't hold up ours, right? But watch this. Read on.
In hunger.
It said we're going to serve our enemies in hunger.
You want anything.
When you want food, where you go?
Aldi's,
Aldi's.
Walmart, and
What
Hoover
store? What
Stores.
store you go to the grocery shop?
Fresh time.
First time, who own it? White people. What God called them?
So
What did God call them? Our enemies.
You know?
You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? They know we enemies. The Chinese man know we enemies. You understand? But our people are the only ones walking around here like we ain't got no enemies. You understand what I'm saying? Now, are we supposed to live are we supposed to deal, we got to deal with them a certain way according to what the scripture says. The Bible says we live peaceably amongst all men, if possible. If possible. You understand what I'm saying? But we have to operate knowing that this is my enemy. That's why Christ said be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You got to know your enemy. You understand? Yeah, be cordial, all of that, ha. You don't have to do all that sometimes at work and whatnot. But understand that's your enemy. Don't be going to their barbecues and their cookouts. Don't be going camping and hunting with them. Because guess who's going to be the one being hunted?
Bring it out. You the one.
You see what I'm saying? Am I lying? Am I lying? You can Google right now and see that that's the case. All over and over and over and over and over again.
It never fails.
Why? Because that's your enemy. And they understand that.
Right.
We don't. You understand what I'm saying? Watch this. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger,
Right?
and in thirst.
You don't pay your water bill, what's going to happen? And who going to do that? Your enemy. Read.
And in nakedness.
That's the number one culprit on God's hit list. And we're going to show you that. Watch this. Read.
And in want of all things.
One of all things. You want a driver's license? You want a birth certificate? You want an education? You want health care? That's where you gotta go. You gotta go to them. And guess what? Are they gonna treat you right? Hell no. You might die in that hospital. You understand? Watch this. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Where that sign at again? Let me get that sign. Your enemy's gonna do what?
Put a yoke of
It's
iron.
upside down. Read.
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
See that? These is yokes of iron. Our enemies did that to us. Did this happen to anybody else?
No.
Hell no. Remember, the Bible specific, ain't it? Real specific. You understand? Watch this. Read. Until what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until we was destroyed. Now, the older men hate the younger men.
Right.
The young men hate the older men. The black man and the black woman hate each other. The black woman hate her kids. You understand? The kids hate the parents. We destroyed.
Sons of God! We gonna take this city. We gonna take the kingdom. We gonna rule them hard. This is war! This is war! This is war! I'm in for the win, well, to get it again. The Lord call it taking the kingdom. Want what's mine? Taking my time, turning and taking your freedom. Risen from the ashes, after the lashes, call it a beautiful tragedy. We've been on the brink of insanity. It's the end of your days, our calamity. Adding in, grab a friend for the finale. Curtain call on a heathen. We want forever and a day. Why would the pastor lie and say it's your season? Drop a bomb on them, Hiroshima. Drop a bomb on them cause they need it. Scrub it down, planet need a cleaning. Vagabond gone like I'm dreaming.